Very good. The floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Preservation Live. I'm Jim Igo, President of Preservation Massachusetts, and I'm here with Erin Kelly, Associate Director, and we are coming live from our new offices in Plymouth at the Post Office Square. We're thrilled to be back in an historic building that's also a winner of the 2017 Songus Award. So I hope many of you had an opportunity to chat with all of us a little bit earlier, and you're going to have an opportunity to continue doing that. And we hope that you've connected and been networking. Nothing quite compares to being at the Copley Plaza, having a cocktail in hand and interfacing personally with people. But I think given the situation, we're making the best of this, and we're going to enjoy the evening. Before we begin, I'd like to make a couple of acknowledgments. First, a big thank you to the Preservation Massachusetts Board of Directors. This has been a difficult year for many, as we all know, but we owe a tremendous success to the event for the dedication, leadership, and perseverance of our board members, to our board chair, John Gahan, and two great event co-chairs, Rob Charest and Ryan Lynch. Thank you very much. Thank you also to our many sponsors. We made it a point this year to really show you the impact your support has on Preservation Massachusetts. It's not all about celebrating with a dinner. It's about ensuring that Preservation Massachusetts is able to continue to assist, advocate, and empower preservation efforts across the Commonwealth, especially this year, and we thank you. To the entire PM staff, we thank you for your perseverance through what continues to be a most unusual year, but we've made the best of it. To our circuit riders, Jeff Gagne and Stacia Kaplanson, our Associate Director, Erin Kelly, who, as we all know, is amazing, and a big thank you and a huge thank you to our event planner, Julie Roper. This event would not have been possible in any way, shape, or form without her expertise, vision, and tireless effort to transform our largest fundraising event into a compelling and meaningful virtual experience. And a last thank you to all of you who may have been on the networking and have taken part of your even to join us for this 2020 Preservation Awards. And now I'm going to turn it over to Erin Kelly, and she's going to take Preservation Live.
Thank you, Jim. First, I just want to take a moment and thank all of our awardees for being inspirations, role models, and ambassadors for preservation in your communities. You all have truly raised the bar for preservation excellence. As we reviewed your nominations earlier this year, it was really hard not to be in awe of what you do. We are honored to recognize your accomplishments and to present you with these well-deserved awards. Typically, this is one of the highlights of our year that's gathering early in May and celebrating the very best of preservation in the Commonwealth. And though the format and locations may be different this year, the message and camaraderie are still very much the same. We are immensely grateful that we can be here with you to celebrate, although several months later, but we're here nonetheless. Despite the challenges of 2020, we have witnessed so much resiliency, creativity, and perseverance. And isn't that what preservation is all about? These traits have become more apparent and necessary in 2020. And we at PM have truly embraced them, as have our award recipients. Our awardees represent the foundations and collaborations that bring new life to our historic buildings and landscapes, push boundaries, and create new aspirations for historic preservation in the Commonwealth. They preserve and restore the historic fabric of the past to make something good for the future. Through their work, they demonstrate that preservation is more than just a building or a landscape. It's part of a larger tapestry that makes up our and Massachusetts. The 2020 awardees really represent Massachusetts, from the islands to the Berkshires and everywhere in between. From gateway cities to small towns, large mill complexes to hidden gems, they embody the best of preservation in all forms. They are the 351 cities and towns that make up Massachusetts, ensuring that its history is stewarded by their preservation projects, their missions of advocacy, service, inclusivity, community, and more. We're all Massachusetts, and we're all in this together. And we are now proud to recognize the following Preservation Massachusetts 2020 award winners. So Jim, let's get started.
Thanks, Erin. The Paul and Nikki Songus Awards honors the people, projects that have displayed the highest level of commitment to historic preservation in the Commonwealth. The winners are 161 and 162 Federal Street in Salem, 7 Judith Chase Lane in Nantucket, 89 South Senior Living Community in Pittsfield, Abbott Mill 2, Forge Village in Westford, Abbey's House in Worcester, Boston Volvo Village in Boston, the Central Building Group in Worcester, the Hood Family Alumni Center at the Castle at Boston University, Pratt Memorial Library and Building Committee in Shelburne Falls, Thorndike Exchange in Lowell, and finally, Brewer Young Mansion in Long Meadow. Erin?
Up next, the Mayor Thomas M. Menino Legacy Award celebrates projects that are transformative, catalytic, embrace the community, create partnerships, and revitalize the best of the past to make something good for the future. And this year's winners are Brinks Apartments in Jamaica Plain, Mystic Waterworks in Somerville, Parkside on Adams in Roslindale, Sterling Lofts in Attleboro, and Soldier On in Agawam. Jim.
And the Robert H. Keene Jr. Award recognizes projects that meld collaborative partnerships with creative and cutting-edge ideas for the rehabilitation and active reuse of historic buildings. The winners, Martha's Vineyard Museum in Vineyard Haven, Mass Mocha Building No. 6 in North Adams, the Gale Store in Northborough, and Harvard Hall at Harvard University in Cambridge.
Wow, we're really from Massachusetts, aren't we? All right, so. Up next, this is live. The Charles W. Elliott Award is given to organizations and individuals with exceptional vision and excellence in planning for preservation. And this year, we're honored to recognize Boston College for the McMullen Museum of Art and Conference Center in Boston, the Planning Office of Urban Affairs and St. Francis House for the Union at 48 Boylston, also in Boston, and Stephen J. Westling of Westling Architects. And Jim, last category.
The last category, the Frederick R. Olmsted Award, is given to organizations and individuals for their dedication to the promotion and protection of our cultural and historic landscapes. And the two winners are Friends of the Public Garden and the Emerald Necklace Conservancy. And I want to say congratulations to all of our 2020 award winners.
Yay! Preservation Massachusetts is honored to be able to share your stories more widely this year. And we encourage you to visit Preservation Massachusetts YouTube channel or our website to see the videos of our awardees in action. There's actually a link to our YouTube channel in the general chat that will take you to this year's award playlist, or you can just go to our website. On the award pages, there are links to the individual videos for each award winner. And we hope you'll actually take some time and see why this year's awardees truly embody the best of preservation for 2020 in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
And while you're there, we hope you'll take a moment and learn more about the programs that Preservation Massachusetts offers to the preservation community. From the advocacy, mentorship, and guidance of our circuit riders to our legislative initiatives, educational resources, and more. Our work is made possible entirely by fundraising events, membership dollars, and foundation grants. Our services, partnerships, and resources are available to anyone who needs them, and we thank once again our 2020 award sponsors and generous individuals and groups who made these donations. Thank you. This event has been a resounding financial success for Preservation Massachusetts, and we are deeply grateful. Thank you.
You can still donate to support the 2020 Preservation Massachusetts Awards. From your phone, you can text PM Awards to 617-404-9987 and give directly from your phone. This info is going to be available in the general chat box, or you can visit our website, preservationmass.org. And now, to cap off Preservation Live, it's time to announce the 2020 People's Preservation Choice Award winner. So we introduced this award back in 2019 as a way for you to choose which project you felt was most deserving of the title, People's Preservation Choice. And we are thrilled once again by the response we received this year and love seeing how people encourage voting for their favorite projects. Although this may not have been the best year to Google new online voting platforms, but we still think it kind of turned out great. So, with a grand total of 24,039 votes cast for the 13 nominated projects, and with 11,330 votes, we are very excited to announce that the 2020 People's Preservation Choice Award winner is the Martha's Vineyard Museum. Yay!
Congratulations.
We hope that you and your team and everybody is celebrating in Massachusetts or in Vineyard Haven, and everybody who was associated with the project. And we want to thank you for all that you do for preservation in Massachusetts. And this was certainly an exciting race. There were only a few votes separating the top two contenders just last night. But once again, congratulations to the Martha's Vineyard Museum and your team.
So this wraps up Preservation Live. And we want to thank all of you for joining us over the past 2 weeks, and especially this evening. The virtual networking room will be open until 6 o'clock, so you can continue to chat and mingle until then. And I would just want to reiterate that all of the award winners in the videos that
I was going to say,
I'll get this right. In the videos that were prepared by Aaron, very time consuming, but they're incredible videos, and you're going to be amazed at how wonderful these awardees are this year. It's inspiring, and it should make everyone in Massachusetts hugely proud. So thank you, and Aaron, great job.
No, thank you. Thank you to all the awardees and all the people that nominated these projects. There's a lot of work that went into putting these nominations together, and thank you all for being a part of our Massachusetts preservation community. And we look forward to seeing you all next May, when we're going to be back on schedule for our 2021 awards program. We'll have nomination forms available in early December on the Preservation Massachusetts website. So once again, thank you all so very much for joining us. The room will be open until 6 o'clock. So from us to you, thank you so very much, and have a good evening.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Good evening.